Moving on now. Hello, guys, and welcome back to the Steelman Podcast. And we're here with mixed predictions. And today we will be predicting the AFC South Division. I will give you all my predictions on here, and we will see what happens. So I believe right away, I think Cardinals will be off to a flying start versus the Titans. I think they'll pull off a win here. And then I think going in the second week, Titans kind of roll it back a little bit with Derrick Henry. I don't think that defensive Seahawks can deal with Derrick Henry there. I think Colts will it'll be a tight game versus Colts. I think Titans will win due to the fact that they kind of have a solidified QB right now. I think Colts won't be able to pull it out right there. But they could surprise us. I think Titans right away just win versus Jets and Jaguars right after each other. They kind of have a nice, easy break right there. But then they hit Bills and Chiefs, and Bills and Chiefs are just, I think, going to be on it this year, and they'll hit it. I do think, though, when it comes around Week 8, I think Colts will be able to pull it off because they'll have enough of structure by then, because they will have the replacement for Carson Wentz in, and I think they'll start moving and grooving a little bit around, around Week 8. I think that'll be a nice upset. I think Rams will actually prove to be a good team too this year, and I think they'll beat the Titans. I think they'll be able to handle Derrick Henry with Donald there, Donald covering him. I do think the Titans will beat the Saints because I think that with Drew Brees leaving, I think Saints are going to look a lot different, and I just think it'll prove to be that the Titans can pull out a game. I don't think they'll be as good as last year. I think Titans then go on to win versus the Texans because the Texans are just a mess. I think Titans then go with the Patriots, will go and win versus the Patriots. I don't know how much Mac Jones will affect or how much Bill Belichick's going to do it, but I think it's going to be like last year where they're not going to look that good at all. They're kind of taking a reseed before they kind of try to get out of that rut. I think Jaguars by now, I don't think they'll have enough players by week 14. I don't think they'll have enough firepower on their side to pull off a win versus the Titans. I think Titans will surprise the Steelers. That's one of the games I think that will be surprising. I think Titans will beat the 49ers right there. But I believe the Dolphins will claim the win over the Titans. And I think Titans will then end up winning versus the Texans again later on for the 2-0. And I think that's what the Texans season will look like. Then, on your Colts, I think Seahawks will pick up a win in the first week because I don't think Colts will have it together in the QB department. They won't be really, I think there'll be a little bit of a cramming to kind of get it. I know preseason's happening, but I just don't think Colts will have enough of an offense to go off of. I think Rams will definitely have it'll be a defensive battle here. I think it'll be low-scoring games right off the bat, but I think Colts will lose there. I think Colts then lose to the Dolphins. I think Dolphins are going to be definitely very good this year, but I think Colts definitely pull off a game versus the Texans and the 49ers. I think they're going to go on a winning streak versus the Ravens, the Texans, the 49ers, and Titans. I think this is where they kind of get into their groove, kind of feeling it up. With the Jets, I think, lose here. I don't think the Jets win too much this year either. I think the Jaguars kind of lose there too. Though I think the Bills will capitalize here versus the Colts. Buccaneers, I think, will end up winning there. But Colts will end up winning that Texans, and they'll be kind of in the talks for the playoffs here. And coming out of the bye week, I think they're going to be feeling good. And they're both on a bye week, so I think coming back it'll be a battle. But I think Colts will pull off the win, though I think they'll lose to the Cardinals right after, which sets up Raiders game, which I think Colts will not be able to handle. So I'm thinking the Raiders win with the Colts winning, which slips them right on into the playoffs right now. So I think the Colts do decent this year, not too shabby. I think they're going to be like the Ravens due to the fact that the Colts, I think, are having a little struggle finding a quarterback here to kind of be at the helm, and I think that's what's going to hold them back a little bit in a lot of the games. And I think they'll surprise us this year. Though we have the next team being the Houston Texans, and this is where it gets very, very iffy here because right away, Jaguars versus Texans, I think this is a game where Jaguars can win it because I think Texans are a mess. I don't think Texans will have enough firepower at all, really. I think Texans will lose to the Panthers. They'll lose to the Bills. I think they can maybe pull something. I think Patriots will win that game. I think they have enough to win versus the Texans here. I think Colts and Cardinals claim those wins. I think Rams come in and Dolphins it'll be easy pickings for a lot of the other teams here. Though I think Texans will get a win over the Jets and surprise us there. I think later on Texans do kind of win versus the Jaguars. I think they do pull a win over the Jaguars, but I think Seahawks do win before that. I think I think Texans are kind of not going to do good this year, but I think they're kind of being off with Deshaun Watson might go into the Eagles. Really, I think that throws them for a loop, and I think it causes them to pretty much probably win maybe like 1 or 2 games this season. That's possible. That's like, I think at this point, if really, it all depends on if I think Titans won't. I think Titans will just sweep them both times. I don't think Titans will put anybody different on for that last game. I think it'll be definitely tight there. But what are you going to do about it? Then we go on to the Jacksonville Jaguars, and this is where it's going to get. This is a season where I think Jacksonville Jaguars can, off the bat, win both first games. I think Broncos are it'll be a close game versus the Broncos and a close game versus the Texans, but I think both Jaguars will pull out both of those games. I think Cardinals will then beat them. I think then they kind of go on a losing streak here right before the bye week, and going into the bye week, they're 2-4, and then come out of the bye week. I think they lose to the Seahawks and the Bills. They're kind of 2 tough games coming out, and then Colts. I think Colts are kind of going to be on that groove by now. I think Colts get into a groove and kind of roll out, and I think that's what's going to happen. Really, I think what'll be a slight close game. I think 49ers will pull out a game. Here's the thing is I think Jaguars will be able to pull out a win versus the Falcons, because the Falcons I don't think will do too good this year either. I think we'll see a little less than last year. I think because of Julio Jones leaving, kind of leaves a lot of their offense open. They get Kyle Pitts, the tight end, but I don't think that'll be doing too much for him. But then Jaguars come in, and I think they'll lose to the Rams, kind of go on a losing streak again. I think they can pull it out versus the Jets here. It'll be a battle of the young QBs here. I think Patriots will be able to snag a win versus the Jaguars, kind of trying to keep their hopes alive, but I don't think it'll too much. But I think they'll definitely be a lot better than last year. They'll get like 4 or 5 wins. I think maybe even like 3 or 4 wins. I think the Jets and Jaguars could go either way. The Falcons and Jaguars could go either way. I think those are the games to watch for the Jaguars. But that is my AFC South, predictions. Please make sure to like, subscribe, follow, share, and comment down below what you think is going to happen in the AFC South. And I will see you in the next one. Peace.